Fellas, let me tell you something. Women notice everything. Even when you think they're not paying attention, trust me, they are. The way you walk, your confidence, how you interact with others, it all gets clocked. And here's the thing, some women won't come right out and say how they feel, but their actions, oh, they'll tell you everything you need to know. Today, we're breaking down the 8 clear signs that you're aerial head turner for the lady. These are really subtle but powerful signals that tour leaving a lasting impression without even realizing it. And harassed kicker. Sign number 7. Most guys you catch their glance completely miss it. But it's one of the biggest giveaways that she's into you. So stick around. You don't want to miss this. Let's dive in. Sign 1. You catch their glance more than once. Let's start with one of the most subtle yet powerful signs. Catch her glance not once, but multiple times. A single glance. That could be a coincidence. Maybe you were just in her line of sight or she was scanning the room. But when it happens again and then again, that's when you know something's up. This isn't just casual curiosity. This is attraction in motion. Think about it. When someone catches your attention, it's almost instinctual to look their way. Not something you plan or even realizio are doing. For women, this can be acquiescent. Way of saying, you've got my attention, without ever having to say a word. It's like a silent conversation happening through eye contact. For example, imagine you're at a coffee shop, sitting at a table, minding your own business. You notice a girl, a tanador table glance your way. First, you brush it off. Maybe she's just looking around. But then, a few minutes later, it happens again. And then, as you're about to leave, you catch her looking one more time. That's not random, my friend. That's visual chemistry. What's happening? Here is that something about you, your energy, your vibe, the way you carry yourself is standing out to her. It's not just about looks, it's the whole package. Maybe it's the confidence in your posture, the way you're dressed, or even the way you're interacting with others. What if red is? It's enough to make her notice you more than once. And here's that occur. This kind of repeated glance ain't always conscious. She might not even realize how often she's looking your way. It's instinctual, almost like her mind is drawn to you before she even has time to process it. So the next time you catch someone glancing your way more than once, don't just brush it off. Pay attention. It could be one of the clearest signs that you're making an impression. Sign 2. They fix. There they fix their poster when you walk in. Here's a fun one. Your presence changes the energy in the room. One of the most telling signs that you're an eye catcher is when women adjust their posture the moment you walking. It's like their body language automatically shifts to acknowledge your presence. Picture this. You walk into a room, maybe it's a classroom, a lounge, or even a party. Notice a girl who was previously slouched in her chair, maybe scrolling on her phone or chatting with friends. But as soon as you step in, she straightens up. Her shoulders go back. Her posture becomes more upright. She might even smooth out her clothes or fix her hair. These small, seemingly casual actions are often unconscious signals that she wants to look her best in front of you. It's not always about vanity, it's about attraction. When someone catches your attention, you naturally want to present yourself in the best possible light. For women, this might mean adjusting their posture, subtly fixing their makeup, or even checking the reflection in their phone. It's their way of saying, I see you and I want you to see me at my best. And it's not just about physical adjustments. Sometimes it's about the energy they project. A girl who was previously quiet and reserved might suddenly become more animated when you're around. Gnaw a little louder, engage more in conversations, or even position herself in a way that makes her more noticeable. These changes might seem small, but they're incredibly telling. They show that your presence has sparked something in her, whether it's curiosity, attraction, or a mix of both. So, the next time you walk into a room, notice someone subtly adjusting their posture or behavior. Take it as a compliment. It's a clear sign that you're making an impact. Sign 3. Compliments that go beyond casual. Let's talk about compliments. Most people didn't go out of their way to compliment Somo unless they genuinely mean it. And when it comes to women, compliments can often be a quiet yet powerful way of showing interest. Think about it. When a girl takes the time to mention your style, your scent, or even the way you carry yourself, it's not just a random observation. It's her way of saying, I've noticed you and I like what they compliment you. Z. Comments like, I like your cologne, or that jacket looks great in you. Might sound simple, but there are solely more to them than meets the eye. Here's the thing. Compliments are rarely handed out for no reason. They're often a way of acknowledging something that stands out in a positive way. And when a girl goes out of her way to compliment you, means you've made an impression. It's not just about what you're wearing, it's about how you wear it. To boost confidence you exude and the energy you bring to the room. For example, imagine you're at a social event and a girl you've just met says, I really like your watch. It's unique. On the surface, it might seem like a casual comment. Underneath, it's a way of starting a conversation and showing interest. It's her way of saying, I've noticed you and I want to connect. And it's not just about verbal compliments. Sometimes the way someone looks at you, the way they react to your presence, can be just as telling. Smile, a laundering glance, or even a slight blush can all be subtle compliments in their own, right? So the next time you receive a compliment, don't just brush it off. Pay attention to the context and the way it's delivered. It might be one of the clearest signs that you're leaving a lasting impression. Sign 4. They start conversations for no real reason. Small talk isn't always small. It can be one of the most telling signs of attraction. When a girl starts a conversation with you that seems random or unnecessary, it's often her way of breaking the ice and creating a connection. For example, she might ask, is this seat taken? Or do you know what time the event starts? On the surface, these questions might seem casual, but they're usually just excuses to engage with you. It's not about the answer. It's about the interaction. Here's the thing. When someone is interested in you, they'll look for reasons to be near you and talk to you. They'll create opportunities for interaction. Even if it means asking a question they could easily figure out on their own. It's their way of testing waters and seeing how you respond. And it's not just about the initial conversation. Pay attention to how the interaction folds. Does she seem genuinely interested in what you're saying? Does she ask follow-up questions or share personal stories? These are all signs that she's not just making small talk, she's trying to build a connection. For instance, imagine you're at a networking van and a girl approaches you with a question about the schedule. You answer a question, and instead of walking away, she stays and continues the conversation. She might ask about your work, your interest, or even your opinion on the event. This kind of effort shows curiosity and interest. So, the next time someone starts a seemingly random conversation with you, don't dismiss it as mere small talk. Look for underlying signals. It might just be her way of saying, I'm interested in getting to know you. Sign 5. They seem nervous or giddy around you. Confidence is great, but nervous energy, that's a whole different ballgame when it comes to attraction. One of the clearest signs that you're catching Zomion's eyes. When a girl seems noticeably nervous or overly giddy in your presence, it's not that she's uncomfortable. It's that she's hyper-aware of you and her body is reacting in ways she can't quite control. Here's what this might look like. Her voice might get a little higher. She might allow at things that aren't even that funny. Or she could start fidgeting with her hands, hair, or even her jewelry. These little quirks aren't random. They're her subconscious way of dealing with the fact that you've thrown her off her usual game. For instance, let's say you're talking to a girl who's normally super confident and composed around others. But with you, she stumbles over her words, avoids steady eye contact, or even blushes when you compliment her. That shift in behavior is a digit way. It's like her brain is telling her to stay cool, but her body is saying, nope, I'm way too into this guy to act normal. And let's not forget the giggles. She's laughing a little too hard at your jokes, even the ones Yauk know aren't that funny. It's a sign Thatch is trying to connect with you. Laughter is a natural way to bond. And when someone's attracted to you, they'll often use it as a way to show they enjoy your company. So the next time you notice a girl acting a little more nervous or giddy than usual around you, don't overthink it. It's no awkwardness, it's attraction. You've got her attention. She's feeling the spark, even if she's trying to play it cool. They ask for help, find 6. They ask for help with small tasks. Sometimes the smallest gestures speak loudest. When a girl asks for your help with something minor, like carrying a bag, reaching for something on a high shelf, or even figuring out how to use a gadget, it's often more than just a practical request. It's a subtle way of creating a connection and inviting you into her world. Think about it. If Shirley needed help, she could ask Kenyon. But the fact that she's choosing you says a lot. It's her way of saying, I trust you and I want to interact with you. These little moments might seem casual, but they're often loaded with meaning. For example, imagine you're at a party and she asks you to help hairpin a stubborn bottle of soda. Sure, it's a simple task, but it's also an opportunity for her to share a moment with you. Or maybe you're at work. Ange asks for your input on something she could easily figure out on her own. It's not about the task, it's about the interaction. These small requests are often a way for her to test the water sand, see how you respond. If you're kind, helpful, and engaged, it reinforces her attraction to you. Plus, it gives her areas in to keep the conversation going. And let's be real, when someone likes you, they'll look for excuses to spend time with you, even if it's just for a few seconds. So the next time a girl asks for your help with something small, don't brush it off as random. It's a quote but meaningful way of saying I want to connect with you. Sign 7. You're always invited to hangouts or group events. Here's a big one. Fewer. Consistently getting invited to hangouts, group dinners, or casual meetups, especially when those invites come from girls. It's not just a coincidence. It's a clear sign that your presence leaves a lasting impression. Think about it. People don't go out off their way to include someone unless they genuinely enjoy having them around. And when it comes to women, those invites often mean they find you fun, interesting, or even a little magnetic. Whether it's your energy, your charm, or just the way you carry yourself, you're bringing something to the table that they don't want to miss out on. For example, let's say you only know 1 or 2 girls in a friend group, but suddenly you're being added to group chats, invited to brunches, or asked to join for movie nights. You didn't even have to ask. They reached out to you. That's because 1 or more of them say something in you, and the rest are happy to include you too. And it's not just about the invites. It's about the vibe when you're there. Do people seem genuinely happy to see you? Do the girls in the group go out of their way to talk to you or sit near you? These are all signs that your presence is appreciated, maybe even a little sought after. So if you find yourself regularly invited to events, take it as a compliment. It's not just friendliness, it's attraction wrapped in social warmth. You're making an impression and people want you around because of it. Sign 8. Their friends whisper and look your way. Traction doesn't always announce itself loudly. Sometimes. Eye chows up in whispers, side glances, and quiet laughter. One of the most obvious scenes that you're turning heads is Weena, group of girls, starts acting differently the moment you enter the scene. Here's what this might look like. You walk into a room and suddenly unnoticed a group of girls looking your way. They lean into each other, whisper something, and then giggle or smile. It's not random. It's playful interest. For example, imagine you're at a party or sitting at a coffee shop. You notice a group of girls nearby, and soon to off them are whispering, while one subtly glances your way. Then they all sneak another quick peek and laugh. That's not just coincidence. That's attractive and action. What's happening here is the tone of them finds you attractive and know her friends are in on it. Girls often share those exciting little moments with any other. And if you're the topic, you'll feel it even from across the room. It's like a group effort talk knowledge, your presence without being too obvious. And here's the fun part. If you catch one of them looking at you and quickly looks away, that's Azure Fire sign that you've made an impression. It's like she's trying. Top lay it cool, but her reaction gives hair away. So, the next time you notice a group of girls whispering and glancing your way, don't ignore it. It's one of the clearest signs that you're on a catcher and someone in that group is definitely into.